My name is Salvador Chavez. Salvador Chavez. I am the founder of Puente Internacional. That's the name of our company. Under that company, we have spirits brands, and one of them that is with Springboard is Tequila Gran Dovejo, and so I proudly represent that.
And how would you describe Gran Dovejo?
Tequila Gran Dovejo is a craft tequila by all standards of what craft tequila is today. Tequila has obviously grown to be a very big industrialized process for most tequila on the market. And Tequila Gran Dovejo to date is still produced in the same small scale batches that it had been since day one that the Vivanco family opened up their distillery in Arandas, Jalisco.
And what do you think makes it different? Why did you decide to bring it in versus all the other tequilas out there?
Well, so through and through, every time anyone tastes Tequila Gran Dovejo, they know right away that it's a very well made tequila. Sergio Cruz, who's a master distiller, he's also one of my really good friends now. He just cares and he knows what he's doing. I mean, he does a really good job. So historically speaking, the family had been farmers, and this would be the Vivanco families, the owners of the distillery. They had been farmers of premium agave up in the highlands of Jalisco. And what's really cool about tequila, especially in this sense, there's a very big different terroir, right? So lowland tequila in the valley compared to highland tequila in the highlands, there's differences. In this family, I've been working in the highlands forever. Very particular soils, very particular outcomes of agave. Ultimately, so from the resource, the primary product you need, which is agave, to make a good product, they had some of the best. And then you take it into the hands of Sergio Cruz, who very diligent around which agave he's using. For us, how long he's cooking it inside of the traditional brick ovens, small ovens, by kind of commercial standards. We have 3 18-ton ovens, and all the particulars, how he captures some of the sweet juices or basically the sweet sweat of the agave while it's cooking to use that in the fermentation. All these nuances really ultimately make a really tasty product. The distillation and the cuts, the fermentation using champagne yeast. All of these things for me kind of culminate in the final distillate that we bring up to market very proudly, because we know that when you try it, you're going to consider one of the best things you've ever had in terms of tequila. So that makes us very proud.
Mm-hmm. And obviously you have a lot of moving parts in your job. What do you have a favorite part?
My favorite part's involving myself on the production side, with on that side of the border. I love people. So when I'm on the U.S. side of the border, obviously selling, doing stuff like this, interacting is always great. But when I get to interact on that side of the border, and it also is over a glass of fresh distilled tequila, or if we're doing the mezcal, you know, like all of that really is like the true essence of what I feel like I've really embraced in this process.
Okay, so final tequila related question.
Sure.
Which stems from just as a news person to tequila, really, speaking for myself, I was really interested in the difference between the reasoning behind why you make high proof Blanco versus regular Blanco. I think that was really interesting. So can you just briefly walk me through what is the point behind that particular?
Yeah. The high proof is our still strength. And I don't think there's a lot of opportunities on the market to taste what a tequila really tastes like in its true form, right? Because everything that comes to market for tequila, typically speaking, is 40% alcohol in the U.S. market. So by nature, that gets diluted. So whatever the purest product was of distillation, it gets dropped down to 40 to put in a bottle. And so for us, bringing up the high proof was a really kind of like a paying homage to what the product really is. You know, like before they add any water to get it down to the 40 proof, it is this high proof. It's very particular flavors that stand out at its full strength versus once it's a diluted, right? So that was really the true essence of bringing that up. On a different level, it's also a little bit more fun for people that like making cocktails to make it with that. I think a certain flavor profile, especially fresh cooked agave, things that you want to highlight really stand out. And so for that reason alone, I think that, it was an exciting offering to the market.
Yeah, we did like got the margarita challenge. I did the side by side, and it was really, for someone who knows, well, I would not say nothing. I would say next to nothing at this point. So not quite nothing anymore. It was really interesting. So we're going to throw that challenge down to our customers pretty soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so just transitioning just a little bit briefly, it's obviously been a challenging year for pretty much everybody, I think, unquestionably. Have you personally had any hobbies or anything that has helped you cope with all of the things that have been thrown at us?
Um, I would say, for me, what helped me cope was being able to be closer to my family. I think it really grounded me in terms of less travel. So that was a really cool victory for me in this COVID season. And really this work, I think this work has been continuous. The spirits industry, luckily, yes, it's taken a big hit, but everyone's still out there grinding, trying to get it done. And we happen to align ourselves with partners that do that. And so it keeps us busy, from emails to phone calls to Zooms to you name it. We haven't stopped, and I think that that's really kept me sane, because I've never felt like we had to, just take a nap for the whole day or something like that. I enjoy personally being on the move, and this has felt like the closest thing to it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Okay, so final question, probably the most important given your job. What's your drink? Like, if you could have only one final drink for the rest of your life, I know that's a hard prescription, but what would it be?
A straight spirit or a cocktail?
Whatever you want. It's your drink.
With my drink, I'd probably say some of the mezcal that we distill in Cotija, because that's where my father was born, where we're producing our small batches. And I'm actually heading back there tomorrow night to do a new batch. And so I'll probably be sipping what I'm telling you I would want to sip at the very end out of the still. So it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, well, awesome. I really appreciate it. I hope you travel safe, and hopefully we'll get to, see each other in reality at some point in the relatively near future.
I hope so as well.